how much effort did they put into this opening, because you can get really lavish with it, or you can be kind of half-assed with it.
If she doesn't fly around the room on a broom singing
Yep.
Defying Gravity, we have wasted the best opportunity you have to make anybody else ever watch the Oscars again.
I'm a Conan O'Brien super fan, as you may know. I listen to every one of his podcasts. I've seen like all his remotes on YouTube, so I'm excited to see what he has in store.
I'm looking at my lineup, and
you lost. Congratulations.
We'll talk about it later. This is All My Friends Are Movie Fans. I am Thomas Stoneham Judge, here to host conversations about what's new and relevant in film with my friends who are movie fans. In this inaugural episode, I have gathered friends from all over the country to do an Oscar draft. From the mountain part, to the snowy part, to the Great Lake part, to the Dune part 2, each of us has an aura of confidence that we will win this draft. Call us a quintet of men, call us five guys, or just call us Nickel Boys. This conclave for film conversation promises to be a wicked game with the brutalist competitors. Okay, fine. I don't have a seamless way to include Emilia Perez in this introduction, but hey, I'm still here trying, okay? Who will win this draft is a complete unknown, but let's get into the substance of the show and find out. The friends joining me on this episode are LA-based film critic for NerdBot, For Real co-producer, and For Real co-host of our original series, Snubbed, Derrick Murray.
Hello, everyone. I apologize. I have left my shrimp at home, so you will not be getting a close-up of me just chowing down on shrimp cocktail as I tell you how old you are.
Nice. We also have Utah-based film enthusiast and Sundance frequent flyer, Matt Pyne.
Hey, Thomas. Glad to be here. I'm liking the flow of this conversation so far.
Cool. I've worked really hard on it.
Yeah.
I've got Seattle-based co-founder and editor-in-chief of Drinkin' the Movies, Taylor Baker.
Thank you for having me. I look forward to The Girl with the Needle winning every single award that it was not nominated for.
Fingers crossed for whatever it does win. And Chicago-based host of Nick Flicks, Nick Mear.
Wild Robot. There we
go. Guys, welcome. Now that I got through that introduction, I can pour a glass of whiskey. I was very concerned about messing that up. So
you did an incredible job. I want
good.
Everybody to know that is tuning in, watching, listening. Excuse me. None of us had any idea he was going to do that.
No.
And it took everything in me to not just like laugh out loud over the entire intro. So well done, Thomas. I appreciate your effort very much.
I appreciate you appreciating it. I literally have a second set of notes where I put that so that you guys, it would be a total surprise to you. So that's my gift to you all on this first episode. I'm glad you're entertained. Today I'm sipping on a whiskey from Alpine Distilling. This is a bottle that I'm kind of making my official like podcast bottle right now. I introduced it back when we did our Sundance wrap up, which you can find online right now. And it is so delicious. It's just like this naturally flavored cinnamon fruity kind of whiskey, and I love it. So I'm featuring it as much as I can on whatever podcast I can. So that's what I'll be drinking today. Now that I can have a sip of it. All right, just some basics about the Oscars. This is the 97th Academy Awards. We're honing in on 100. Hopefully they can get their shit together before that happens. And I'm looking forward to maybe a great 100th episode, 100th year. But this is the 97th Academy Awards. It'll air on Sunday, March 2nd at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It says the end time is 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We will see about that. It'll air on ABC, and I guess for the first time, it's also live on Hulu. There are a total of 50 feature-length and short films that have at least one Oscar nomination this year. The film with the most nominations is everyone's favorite, Emilia Perez, with 13 nominations. And the host this year is Conan O'Brien. So, And I guess, and maybe we can start with conversation here because I guess this year the Oscars is opening with a Wicked medley led by Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, which kind of breaks tradition. What are our thoughts about that, Taylor? What do you think about this call for opening the show with Wicked?
I think it's nice of them to let Cynthia on the stage once that night.
Nick, what are your thoughts here?
Makes sense because it's the get as many eyes as you can on the opening, and it's what's the biggest movie that we were nominated, and it's a smart play by them. They're like, sorry, Conan, do your bit after, but like we got to open with something. But when we get to the Conan thing, I have some good. I'm actually looking forward to.
Yes,
him
we'll talk
hosting.
about Conan in just a second. Derrick, your thoughts on the opening of the Oscars with Wicked?
Bring back all musical nominees. What are we doing? What is this? Like, it's the same mistake where they like didn't nominate Dua Lipa and then they played her orchestration in every commercial break. Like the certified banger of 2023, and you didn't even nominate it, but you played it all the way through. Like that's what this is.
Yeah, crazy the decisions that are made sometimes. Matt, your thoughts on Wicked opening the Oscars?
I love it. I think it's a good choice. And I do like that we don't have to present every single like original song that's nominated this year. Because like, do we need a Diane Warren song every year performed at the Oscars? I don't think so. But yeah, I'm a big fan of this.
Awesome. Yeah, I like the idea too. I've literally had the Wicked soundtrack on repeat ever since it came out, and so looking forward to seeing a live production of it. I just hope that they give it the production value that it deserves. And so I think that's what I'll be looking for, is exactly like how much effort did they put into this opening, because you can get really lavish with it or you can be kind of half-assed with it. But it will
If
be
she doesn't fly around the room on a broom singing Defying Gravity, we have wasted the best opportunity you have to make anybody else ever watch the Oscars again.
Come on, Oscars, you put some money behind it. All right. Well, as I mentioned, Conan O'Brien is the host this year, and maybe as like our final icebreaker question here, Nick, you were kind of mentioning you wanted to discuss your thoughts on Conan O'Brien as host. What do you got?
Yeah, I think it's a good out of the box choice because I don't know if you guys ever listen to his podcast, but like Conan knows everyone, and I think a lot of actors respect him because he's worked his way up from like the ground level, starting as just trying to write sketch comedy to being a very random pick to host a late night show. And to me, it's like I think he'll get the mark. He knows award shows are ridiculous, and like he'll make fun of himself, he'll make fun of that, but also, not that you don't want everything being so political. I think you don't want someone like Jimmy Kimmel doing it again, where it'll all be about Donald Trump. And I'm like, I think you got to just move on from that and be like, let's stay focused. They want to be in a 3-hour window. We don't need to talk about everything that's going on, especially this year has already sucked more than most sucky years. And it's only a month and a half into it. So for one night, just try to stay on point of like, let's celebrate these movies and let's make the show go. We don't need 3 minutes on every current event that's going on. Like, I think Conan will do a good job of just being like, be funny, make jokes, move on to the next thing, and like realize that this is ridiculous, that you could just have presenters come out and give awards. You don't need all the pop and circumstance of what award shows are. But I'm looking forward to his, and I think he'll do a Music Man thing, which he loves putting in stuff. So if he doesn't, then I'll be disappointed.
Yeah, I think Conan will be very expeditious. I just hope that the award winners get the same notification about being as expeditious as possible.
Yes, like just move it along.
Joe
Pesci's the best all-time acceptance speech because he didn't expect to win. He's just like, yeah, this has been my pleasure. Thank you. And it's like, cool. That's good. Some speeches are great, but like you don't need to go on for 10 minutes. It's just, especially when you win every award leading up to the Oscars, you can't pretend to be surprised.
This is true. Matt, what are your thoughts on Conan O'Brien?
I'm a Conan O'Brien super fan, as you may know. I listen to every one of his podcasts. I've seen like all his remotes on YouTube, all his stuff. He does actually have some hosting experience. I believe he hosted the 2006 Emmys, and he did a bit during that show when he trapped Bob Newhart in a glass case and said, like, I know these award shows go on too long, so we've allotted exactly 3 hours amount of air into this glass case. If we go over 1 second over, Bob Newhart will die. So he's gonna. I just think he's gonna do a great job. He's gonna do his bits, but he's not gonna be like over. Like, he's not gonna overdo them. It's not gonna be overwrought. So I'm excited to see what he has in store.
Yeah, for sure. Taylor, your thoughts on Conan O'Brien?
Big fan of Conan. I don't know how well he'll do in a 3-hour slot, but he's got a lot of goofishness, I would say. Like he can just make things that are off the cuff very fun and feel very formal and thought out. The people that do listen to his podcast, I'm sure recently listened to him talk with Kevin Nealon, and like, what better version of a conversation to show you just what he can do without any preparation. So I look forward to what he does, not knowing potentially who the winners are.
Mm-hmm. Derrick, your thoughts on Conan?
Yeah, I think I just kind of echo the sentiment from everybody else. I do think that Conan O'Brien will do a really good job. I think that this is a smart choice to bring on somebody who actually is a part of Hollywood and not just a comedian that's on the outside. As much as you want to try to grab somebody who can be funny in kind of like a monologue stand-up type of position, I think one of the big faults is that they've constantly looked for popular comedians who don't really understand Hollywood in the way that you want them to. Like, they're always on the fringes. And I think Conan O'Brien represents the way that we think of Hollywood, right? Like, kind of in the same vein that Jimmy Kimmel does, but he's not as outspoken. And while I'm always an advocate for speaking out against political injustice and building those into your jokes, I think that's great. But I think Conan O'Brien can walk that line of just being kind of recognizing that this is a celebratory event, but also poking fun at how ridiculous it is. And I actually think he can maintain that for about 3 hours. I think he can do it. So I'm excited. This feels a little bit more in line with like a Billy Crystal type of selection. Not that he is Billy Crystal, but it feels a little bit more of like, this is the historical type of host that we need. And I think he's going to do a good job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with everything you guys are saying. I'm not quite as familiar with Conan. In fact, I think my most exposure to him as of recently was at Sundance with If I Had Legs I'd Kick You.
That is not Conan O'Brien.
He's going to play that character as the host.
Imagine.
Right. So like I think that this, based on your guys' enthusiasm, this sounds great, and I hope he wins hosting the Oscars this year. And you know what? There's potential for a supporting actor nomination next year. So like, that's what I'm thinking about. Okay, guys. Yeah, lots to talk about. And once the Oscars happen, I'm sure we're going to have plenty of conversation to be had about how the show goes. I'm looking forward to what transpires this year. But for now, let's jump into the draft. So let me see if I can summarize this pretty quickly. So there's 5 of us, and essentially we're all going to choose 5 movies that were nominated from the 50 nominees, one at a time, snake draft style. And essentially, the person whose collection of movies wins the most Oscars that night wins this draft. And bragging rights. I don't have anything else to give. So
You promised your whiskey collection. We all heard him.
I heard
I believe so. Yeah.
Then I guess I have to win. I want to collection. Let me see. Are there any rules that I'm missing? We'll be selecting the movies by the movie title. So for categories like Best Director, Best Actor, Actress, all of those, the winner of those categories will be attributed to the film they represent, and those will go towards that tally for whoever chose those films. So you guys have the notes with all of the movies that are listed. I have arbitrarily picked numbers for you all. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the numbers in this bag, which is left over from my trip to Alpine. Thank you again, guys, for being such
nice
great
product placement.
Yeah, see what I did there? All right, Taylor, you are number one. Oh, hold on, before I do this, I want to
I'm
be
always number one. Don't forget it.
You know what? I want to change
I
it
was
now.
like, how did you know this? You haven't even picked things yet.
No. So hold on, I want to be as transparent as possible here. Where did my other number go?
Nick, you are receipt. Oops.
Where did my stacked deck go? I forgot, guys.
Guys, this bag is endless. Where did my number one go?
Conan, are you in there?
Yeah.
Just pulling out all his Oscar grievances, just one by one. It's a Mary Poppins bag.
Yeah. He's like, hey, Oscar nerds.
I legitimately don't know where number one went.
Wow.
So, okay, well, we're just going to make a number one. So, number one.
They don't call you the best in the business
Thomas,
for nothing.
Right.
Thomas is like, I guess I have to go first.
I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So, oh, you guys can't see it. That is number one. There it is. Number one in the
Beautiful
bag.
7 with a leg there.
Number 2 in the bag.
Oh, you know how to write in that forgotten style of cursive. Good
I
for
do,
you.
yes. Number 3 in the bag. Number 4 in the bag. So this is why I'm trying to be as transparent as possible. Number 5 in the bag. All right. So Taylor,
Now
number
show
1.
us there's no hole in the bag.
Okay, there you go. You see how premium this bag is, guys? Look, I only work with premium brands, okay?
Yeah.
If he starts pulling out names, I demand a recount.
Taylor, you're number 1. Derrick, you're number 2. Matt, you're number 3. Nick, you're number 4. And I am number 5. And so the first person going is... Oh, number 5. Heck yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
We can all see that there's Braille on there that he was using. I think that we're all smart and intelligent men, aside from Thomas, and we demand a recount.
Okay. The second person going is number 4, Nick.
Oh, great.
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Third, I hope not.
That would be He's like, wait, if I stack them 1 through 5, why am I thinking 5 through 1 now?
What is happening right here?
Let's see.
Okay.
This isn't what I stacked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next, number 2.
I don't know. Let's see. Number 1.
We
Number
got
1.
lucky. I was really about to demand a recount if it was going to be number 2.
Just wait till he pulls out number 1 again.
That would be funny. That'd be really
because
funny.
where it went was underneath the little piece of paper inside the bag.
I know. I was wondering about that. I'm going to inspect exactly how deep this bag goes. Okay, so that's the order. Hold on, let me get it in the notes. It's me first.
And we could just get me out of the way first. I'll take the girl with the needle for everything, every single choice, because it's definitely going to win all of it.
Nick, Matt,
in my
Taylor, Derrick. All right, guys. So essentially what happens, if you're not familiar with snake draft, I'm going to choose, Nick will choose 1, Matt will choose 1, Taylor will choose 1, Derrick, you will choose 2 consecutively. And then
Derrick will win. Does anyone know why? Because that's how snake drafts work. Whoever has the turn is gonna win.
I do have the best. I do have the best in the lineup.
Middle sucks. Whoever has the middle one.
Yeah, middle sucks.
Middle sucks.
Just go for average draft position. That's the best thing you can
do. Guys, I actually I wasn't expecting to go first, and so I'm not quite ready for this. But
how humble.
So Thomas selects Amelia Perez.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go with the Brutalist. I'm taking that one.
You bitch.
I mean, do I?
All right, hold on. So no one could see what hand up. That poker face here. What do I go with?
I don't know.
Could you hold your
We
list
can see
up?
the reflection in your glasses for the record.
Damn it. You're right.
Hey, come on.
But you're out there looking all a complete unknown right now. So,
if you draft complete unknown, you have to say it like Bob Dylan. You're like, a complete unknown, man.
All right, Nick, what's your choice?
So, okay, you took the Brutalist.
Yep.
And I will take, you know what? I will go with a Nora.
All right. Nora. That's a tough one. I'm hopeful for it, but I don't know. We'll see.
You
Matt,
couldn't read the expression on my face for that.
Matt, your turn. What you got?
I'm gonna go with The Substance
Ooh, that's
because
an interesting first round.
I think it can win
Great
3.
value.
Good value, ADP, good ADP. I think it can win actress, screenplay, and makeup. So that's gonna be my play.
Good play. Nice. All right, Taylor.
I'll take what's closest to a sure thing, which is Amelia Perez. 13 nominations. I'll take it.
Right. Amelia Perez.
I'll at least get a song, right, guys? Tell me I'll
Yeah.
get the song. Tell me I'll get the song.
Maybe. All right, Derrick,
Oh.
you get to choose 2 consecutively.
Oh,
You
what
would-
beautiful choices you get.
No, you would think that this is the best position, but man, these are some brutal. You guys took all the best films off the board, in my opinion. Okay,
The best, but not the winners.
I mean that's true. But there's a high potential for a lot of these ones. Okay,
Especially me. I got Amelia Perez, best film, right?
that's right.
Oh my gosh.
you're gonna go 1 for 13. Well done.
That would be funny if that's the only thing it wins. It's just best film, but loses everything else. And like, huh, interesting.
Interesting.
Okay,
Great
I'm gonna go. My first choice is gonna be Wicked.
Okay.
Good choice.
Makes sense.
Because I really do think that that's gonna. I don't know that it's gonna win a lot, but I do think that has some good juice behind it. And I think my second pick, I'm gonna go. There's a couple of sure bets here, but I'm gonna go with probably one of the. I think the most underlooked, but when we talk about like choice ranked voting, I think this film probably has the best success in like the second, third picks, which means it's probably going to take more than people think.
This
And I'm gonna
build up
go
is
with
intense.
I'm going to go with Conclave.
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 All
All right.
Yeah.
I thought you were going
I-
to say Complete Unknown. Conclave seems like an obvious one to me.
I mean, a complete
Is it?
unknown would be a good choice, but I think Conclave, with all of the controversy going on with every other winner, I think
True.
Conclave is going to
But
sneak its way.
Derek, but
do a
that's
lot
why
of things.
Wicked is such a good pick by you, because I could totally see them going, we need getting the pick of the most popular movie too,
Yeah.
after
Yeah,
all the
there's a
stuff with
populist
some of these
drive,
other
you're right.
no person who's not, I mean, because it's a great movie, but like no person who's just an average moviegoer would be like, oh, that's like not a good pick. They'd be like, oh yeah, Wicked was awesome.
Yeah.
It's like I could totally see them doing that.
Mm-hmm. All right, Taylor. Second
Can we
round.
trade picks? Could we trade future draft?
There are no trades this season. No
You're
trades.
going to buy picks? You're going to.
You're gonna buy.
You want to take positions? What do you want to do, Nick? What's going on?
Well, I got to match salary. Is this NBA style? What are we doing?
I'll take what I believe, without any background or research to it, is going to win Best International Picture, which is not the best film of the year, which is The Girl with the Needle, in case anyone didn't hear me earlier. But the thing that's closest to a Steven Spielberg picture this year, which is I'm Still Here.
That's a good choice.
That's a good pick.
Good pick. All right, Matt, what is your round 2 pick?
I'm going to go with what I think has been probably the most forgotten movie of the Oscar campaign this year. And I'm going to go with Dune Part 2.
All right. Technical awards.
Because
Yeah.
I'm thinking sound and visual effects are way in play for Dune.
There you go. That's a good play.
Unless Conclave sweeps.
It's true.
True.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I was going to take that.
Don't
I
you
thought
hate when
maybe
that
you could see the
happens?
reflection off my sunglasses.
That's how I picked it up, honestly.
I was like, I think Dune's got a couple that
I'm taking notes over here. I'm just
Hold
like,
on, let me stretch
Yeah.
to expand.
Yeah.
screen.
Sorry, guys.
I think
I have the cheap zoom. You don't.
No,
you
go
don't get
ahead,
to any
Derek,
repeat.
because I
Sorry.
need a second here.
no. I was gonna
Pause
say
the track.
I think Dune Part 2 is in such a precarious position because in any other year, I feel like Dune Part 2 should be like the marquee of below the line winners, just like
Mhm.
Dune was. And I don't know what happened, man. Maybe it just came out too early, or people forgot about it, or what. But like something has happened where that film has fallen down the scale, even in things that it should win, like sound and visual effects. Like I don't know, man. I think it might struggle, and it's shocking.
I will never understand. Like, it's not like they didn't campaign the film. I mean, I remember when they programmed part 1 and part 2 at TIFF. Like, that was a part of the campaign.
Yeah.
To keep it relevant and to keep it valid. I wish I had time to have gone to that double feature. That would have been amazing. But yeah, I have no idea why it's just kind of like fallen off of everyone's radar. It is literally still my favorite film of last year.
Son of a bitch. All right, you know what?
You can snipe me on the.
No, man. I was like, damn it. I had the same strategy as you. I was like, oh, dude, should get maybe a couple of these.
I think there's still a couple good selections that have strong
you know what?
chances
Here,
at least one.
Nick's going with Elton John. Go for it.
No, I don't have those sunglasses on. No, but I am gonna to go with the joke we made earlier. I'll take a complete unknown.
You don't know. All right, there we go. I'm happy you did that because it's my turn now.
That's how picks work. Thank you.
We'll see.
I think we all have some questions about that. Thomas, could you explain in detail how this draft works?
Yeah,
Go over the snake order again. I think.
Yeah.
Hey, look, 3 years ago, I used to not do fantasy. Like, this is like me like figuring out. I've done fantasy long enough to where I'm like, okay, I think I figured out how to do this. Okay, I'm gonna take a wild robot.
Damn you, Thomas.
Yeah, wild robot. I think as much as I would like a different animated film, I mean, it's great. This is really good and very deserving of it. There's a different animated film that I think might be a little more appropriate for the win, but I think this one's gonna win.
In my personal rankings, it's third on my list.
In animated?
Like overall for
in animated,
movies?
In animated?
Oh, in animated.
No, just in animated, it's third on my list.
What, Memoir of a Snail? Like, what are you talking about?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, it would be Flow, Memoir of a Snail, and then Wild Robot. Absolutely.
And
100%. Watch more movies, Thomas. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
No. I watched the Wild Robot at TIFF, and maybe that skews my perspective. Oh, did you? I don't know what's wrong with you.
I started with Flow, and there was nothing better. Like, you want to talk about a high of TIFF? That was the first film I saw on opening morning.
Wow.
Thomas sounds like
Dude.
you might want to double down on positions, man, and go with Flow.
No, you already took it. No,
don't think I didn't think
he
about
has
that
the Wild
already.
Robot. Don't you dare take my movie. How dare you?
You could guarantee yourself win an animated.
It literally would guarantee me a win in animated. It's one of those two.
The only category, then, it's the roll of the dice.
I want it to be on the record. Thomas has already written the Wild Robot. He cannot take back his pick.
I already crossed it out.
No.
It's impossible.
You know what?
Dude.
I did. And for my second choice, I'm going to go with Flow. Fuck it.
And that's how we just bullied our friend into failing the total fantasy draft. Congratulations, gentlemen. I'd love to play fantasy football with you.
Yeah. We're like, do it,
you know what?
But
just in my defense, there is a slight chance it gets international film. So, slight chance.
I would love that. I would love that, but it's not happening.
Right.
I would love it. That would make my whole heart, but it's not happening. And also, I want everybody to know I'm actually really good at poker. I'm clearly terrible at this draft because I've just given away my whole position. So
you're like, why wouldn't you take Flow? It's my favorite movie. Do it.
I just gift wrapped it. The pick.
You're gonna psych him out.
This is really funny.
I did want to select it myself, so I am a little bit peeved.
When I first crafted the questions for like icebreaker like conversation, I was asking about certain films, and then I thought about it, and I was like, ooh, that may be too much of a spoiler. Let's get something more generic. So if you want to expose your own lineup, that's fine.
No, I gotta contain myself a little bit. I gotta keep some of my backdoor tools hidden.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, Nick.
All right. So really quick, so we can pick a actor or director that would go towards the movie, right?
Well, yeah. So I mean, if you're, maybe I know what you're thinking.
Yeah, that's why. Because I'm like, I feel like we've taken a lot of the favorites and now you just completely taken the animated. and I don't have enough confidence in like documentaries of who's gonna win. So
And that's why
I'm
you
like,
select Alien Romulus. You're welcome.
yeah. For one category, you're like, I'm gonna take
Sleeper.
the big sleeper of the damn. So, but we could do that, right? We could take.
Well, I think I know what you're thinking. Go ahead and say the movie.
What? Well, what are you thinking? Because it wouldn't matter.
Don't say
'cause
anything,
you're not-
Thomas.
You're
I'm
not
next.
I'm
coming
not
back
saying
for a
anything. I'm
while.
not saying. So essentially,
Once a
so
movie's been
if you-
selected, every single
right?
talent associated with the film is also gone.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well then, shit.
Oh well, there is an option out there.
I will go with. I was gonna just for the hell of it say that snail movie, but no, I'm not gonna do that. I will go with.
Get competitive.
Shoot.
You could pick the best film of the year, The Girl with the Needle.
Everyone, I'm telling you,
I love
You know
your
what?
advocacy for this movie so much because it is brilliant. Your advocacy is amazing. I love it so much. I'm sold.
if I
love it.
took a sip for every time he mentions Girl in the Needle, I will finish this bottle.
With the
yeah.
needle, Thomas. So you need to hear it more because you can't even get the title right. Or that whiskey's really effective.
It's working.
Okay, here. Okay, I got it. Okay, I got the movie. I'm gonna go with A Real Pain.
That's what I was thinking.
Damn.
There you
That
go.
did at
That's
least
the
get
one.
damn it.
one win.
You did snipe
Yeah.
me.
Sure.
There
I
it
had
is.
to get you back on the Dune one, though.
You did.
I was like, I was gonna. Okay, sorry.
Hey,
That's
Nick,
a great pick, Nick. That is like
That's a
that's
good
a surefire win.
You know, it's funny though. I had the list. I'm like, who's nominated that hasn't been picked? Because like I said, we pretty much taken all the like
yeah.
Oh,
betting favorites. So
If you go to the notes, I'm marking them off in the notes. I guess I should have told you guys that.
Oh
If you don't
no!
have the-
I meant
no, I got it. Yeah,
I was
yeah.
looking at nominees to go. What movie haven't we
I see.
taken? Because
Got it.
you know, we've kind of taken all of them or the majority. But
A lot of good ones, but I think there's still some still potential out there. I'm
Just not
interested-
I'll
animated
save
now.
Gladiator 2 for you, Thomas.
That's all you, baby.
Gladiator
you not
2 falls into the
entertained?
category of movies where thighs steal the show, which is also where Challengers would be nominated. So
I would pick The Substance if we were going with that criteria, but that's
there
just
you
me.
go. Hey, look, that qualifies. Matt, round 3 pick for you.
Yeah, I didn't want to pick this early, but I just got sniped. So I'm going to go with No Other Land because I do think it's going to win Doc,
I think you're right.
and it's the only one left on the board where I'm sure that it's going to win. So that's my pick.
I will take a surefire gamble, and I will select Nosferatu, just in case costumes.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, that's
Yes,
good.
Love that
Let's
pick.
go.
Because that
Let's go.
mustache on Nosferatu was award winning, right?
Maybe not the CGI, Thomas,
the
but the other
Oh,
costuming.
The costumes are phenomenal in that.
This
Film.
is true.
I was actually really glad to see it show up.
and loving someone so much, if that was be nominated, but maybe loving them too far, and that's all we will say.
Maybe loving them to death.
To
Yeah,
death,
literally. Yeah.
literally, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just really a movie about love.
the symbolism. I love it.
Okay,
Derrick,
what is
you
it?
get
It's
2
me.
choices now.
Oh,
Elton John and
Jesus.
Gladiator. Thank you, Derek.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're welcome. God, okay. This is so hard.
Memoirs of a Snail.
I wish. I'm trying not to pick with my heart, and that's making it really difficult. So I'm gonna
Planet
go.
of the Apes.
Yeah. No. For my first pick, I am actually gonna go with Sugarcane.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Because
Shout out Sundance.
I think No Other Land should win, and it will probably win. But
But if it doesn't, you won.
But everybody is a fucking coward, and I don't know that they're actually gonna give it the credence that it deserves. So if it fails, then Sugarcane is the winner. And then for my second pick, I think, oh God, this is so hard. some of these are just none of these are winners. That's the problem.
Way to prop your team up. You're
I
like,
know, like there are just no winners.
Nobody believes in you.
Derek's like, actually, I'm done. I'm good with 3.
I know, right? Can I just stick with 3? I don't need any of these.
He's like, I'm gonna let the time run out on my pick.
Yeah, right. Yeah, just let me know when I'm done.
Forfeit the pick.
I'll just shout a film out. Let's go with this is a super long shot, and I have no idea what's going to happen with this, but I'm going to go with I'm Not a Robot.
What category is that? I don't even know.
I think it's either short? I think it's short. It's a short.
It's called Derrick Made It Up category.
Yeah. Animated and documentary shorts are made up categories. So.
You're like, I am not a robot, Nosferatu.
Nosferatu. Really... Only like 5 people in all of the Academy voters that actually watch those categories. So.
Yeah, which is
it's the 5 that they're like, did you watch this movie? So will you just tell us what to vote for, please?
Right. Taylor, your round 4 pick.
My next selection is going to be a movie that I'll pick just in case people watched it and actually understand what they saw from a technical level, and I will select Nickel Boys.
Damn.
Listen, if this draft was based on favorites and not what we actually are going to get with points in the Oscars, I would have picked Nickel Boys like out of the gate. Easily.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
best movie.
It's nominated in a couple categories. I think that I don't know if it's camera and electrical or not, or like how that works with which nominees I ended up looking at. But it was considered in one of the awards for not cinematography, but for camera, and it won for camera. And so I think it should be at least considered here by the voters.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. How it wasn't nominated for cinematography, it just blows my mind. I will never forgive the Academy. I just won't. Like that movie is cinematography, like in the truest form, and how it missed, I don't understand.
Yeah, I totally agree. All right, Matt, your round 4 pick.
I'm going to be trading my pick for cash considerations.
We're allowed to do that? Damn.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, it's the part of the draft where I'm just going to pick short films that are like projected to win. Films I haven't seen. So The Only Girl in the Orchestra is my pick. Which I believe is a documentary short, I want to say.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah. That's a good pick.
All right. Nick, your round 4 pick.
I think damn.
Nick, you're a better man than me. Why don't you select better man?
Am I a better man or a different man?
Nick, just let me entertain you, and we'll celebrate a rock DJ. It'll be great.
You know what? I will take. Okay. I'll take Sing Sing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Need an out of the box. I have no confidence in like the shorts categories and stuff, so I was just throwing darts at the board here.
That's okay. I have a little confidence in the shorts category. I am so excited.
And you had a lot of confidence in the animated category.
I did. I like extra confidence in the animated category.
So if you lose animated,
if you lose that, that's got to be considered the biggest Oscars.
Oh my gosh! If I lose animated, I
think that counts as us all winning.
I think that counts as this whole thing just being imploded. I'm not going to count it. This is my show. I do what I want.
Unpublished.
I'm going to take the short film Alien. Not Alien Romulus, the short film.
Or are we retroactively going back to picks? Alien 1970? No. Okay.
No. So Alien.
Everyone gets one retro pick, and you pick a movie that wasn't nominated for an Oscar. Would be.
So he's picking TV shows that are coming out on FX this spring. Actually,
he picked Alien Earth.
Alien Earth.
Yeah.
Resident Alien.
Smart Resident Alien.
No,
he's like anything with alien in the category.
Anything with alien. No, so there is a short film called Alien, spelled A-lean. And
it's undocumented, you son of a bitch.
Yes, I think that it's so topical that it might have a chance at winning. I also interviewed these directors back when this film played at VIFF.
Wow,
a
humble
year and a
brag
half ago.
much. I didn't get to interview any of my picks.
Yes, I have to show some love for that. So I genuinely think this has a shot just with how topical it is right now. So I'm gonna choose that, and then what? Inside Out 2. Let me just lock up all of the
Oh,
Memoir of
You're
a
the guy-
Snail.
You're the
Like
guy
I'm winning
who's
this
like,
category.
yeah, you're the guy who's like, I'm going to draft every good tight end available just to make
Right.
sure I get one.
I
You
have
know what?
Travis
Market.
Kelsey, but I think I need Dallas Goddard.
Oh,
You know what?
You can't trade these picks after the draft, just so you
no,
know, Thomas.
No, I get that. Trading's never really worked in my benefit anyway. I'm going to go. You know what? Just because I don't want Taylor to have it, I'm taking the girl with the needle.
damn it. I was going to do that too.
Wow. What a dick.
Yeah.
I'm just happy it was selected because it will not win, but it will have won over each of your hearts. After you watch it.
You know what? Okay. I'm looking at my lineup, and
You lost.
we'll
Congratulations.
we'll talk about it later. Nick, what's your this is final round, round 5.
Final
what's your last
round.
pick?
I'm gonna go with. See, I wanted I Am Not a Robot because I knew a lot about that one. I did not. Shit. By the way, there's a lot of like titles this year with the word man or men in them. So writing these down, I was getting confused. I'm like, what? Who's taking what? So I'm gonna go with a random. I'm just gonna pull a random one out and say that best animated short. I'm gonna go with a Beautiful Man.
Beautiful Man.
Never heard of it, but why not? Taking the kid from Appalachian State right now. We're gonna see how he does.
Here we go.
As long as you got him at tight end, he should be good.
Yes.
You don't want to go to Appalachian State for like cornerback.
Anything else? Yes.
Okay, so
All
I have
right,
that
there
title as Beautiful Men. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Matt, your 5th and final pick.
I'm going to go with another short called Wander to Wonder, which I know literally nothing about, but I like the title.
Thank God. I was going to pick that one too. I'm like, oh, that's a cool title.
Yeah, it's like an aesthetics at this part of the draft. So.
Exactly.
Taylor, your 5th and final pick.
I'm going to go with what seems to be a sure thing at the best documentary short position, which is I Am Ready, Warden.
All right. And Derrick, 5th and final pick.
Man, I have 2 films that I'm trying to decide between.
Memoir of a Snail and Wallace and Gromit, because one of them's going to win and Thomas is going to lose.
Definitely.
Joke's going to be on all of us when Inside Out 2 wins.
I fucking hope not. This is just an insult to animated feature.
The Pixar industry
but it does prop up the leading studio that likes to bribe.
This
certainly
is
influences
the one
that
year
category.
like, they should not win because almost every other animated feature is better than Inside Out 2. Okay, well, I can debate this out loud because nobody else can take anything. So
this is true. Yes, now you can let your thoughts loose.
I am trying to decide between Alien Romulus and Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Yes.
Here's my argument. I don't think either one of those films deserve a win, but man, the Academy loves aliens and they love the Alien franchise, and God, do they love their apes. So like I don't think they're the best visual films, but I feel like one of those is gonna take it.
I would, for you, Derrick, I'd say it's Kingdom because that actually has majority CGI in it. Whereas Alien, it's really not as many, but
I mean, the
hallway scenes at the end.
Yeah. The Academy does love their Alien franchise. Like that movie actually tends to win in this category more than you think. But I, as a risk and as a long shot, I think I'm gonna go with Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I think this might be the sleeper hit for visual effects. And I think people just love their monkeys. It should be Better Man, but you know, I think it's gonna be Kingdom.
That was my pick. If I couldn't get Warden, good pick.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we have our teams. We'll go through and say our team and
so
how we
bright
feel
here.
about it. Well, welcome back.
Yes.
A complete unknown.
Yeah.
So I'll start. Say my team name and how I feel about it. I got the Brutalist, the Wild Robot, Flo, Alien, the short film, and the Girl with the Needle.
The best film that came out in 2024. Congratulations. How do you feel about that?
I am happy that I can make you happy, Taylor. That's this is going to heavily lean on the Brutalist taking home as many awards as possible. We'll see. I like my chances for Adrian Brody for Best Actor. I like the chances for Best Picture. And I think this is also a volume pick too. Like how many awards did it get nominated for?
I think it's only 6.
6.
Yeah.
It's
It's got
still...
Felicity Jones for actress supporting.
I mean, you have a lot of the main
is going to win director over it, so no chance there.
So there's a couple that I can hope for with that. The Wild Robot, I'm pretty confident will win Best Animated Film. If not, I do have Flo on the team. I feel really confident
about the 2 best animated films of the year. How dare you?
I want nobody else to win Best Animated Film.
It's going to be Memoir of a Snail. And Derrick,
guys,
you should have just picked the whole category, Thomas.
Next draft. Okay, next draft.
You play it like I play Catan, where I'm just losing and I don't care. I'm just going to have the biggest road. Nobody can stop me.
Right. If I did another draft, I might just take all the animated films. And then Girl with the Needle, that's a good honorable mention, I suppose.
It's a great honorable mention.
You know what? Yeah, I still haven't seen it. I need to watch it. So we'll see if I get around to it before
I will co-sign Taylor's enthusiasm. It is genuinely one of the best films of the year. And I saw it after I had made my best films of the year list.
Oh,
and
wow.
I wish I hadn't, because it would have been on there for sure, without a doubt. Yeah.
I was gonna say you didn't mention it on my podcast.
I know. No, I saw it.
I'm now disappointed. We have to retroactively go back and change it.
I know. Not to get too into the weeds, but I had a screener for it, and then my TV decided it didn't want to play it, but then it used up all of my screenings. And
oh no!
Even though it never started playing, it used up all of my chances.
Was that Previo?
Yeah, and then I reached out and I was like, "Hey, can you send me another link?" It burned them all up, and then they never did. So I had to wait until it became available on Movie, and now I saw it after the fact, and I was so bummed because I was like, man, this would have been probably in my top 10, at least 15 at the least. But God, this movie is incredible. So yeah, check it out if you can.
For sure. I'll see if I can get around to it. I like the endorsements. Nick, who is your team and how are you feeling about it?
I didn't mean to do it this way, Thomas, but I'm going to steal your opening and say that my team is about a Nora who was a complete unknown, could be a real pain, likes to sing to beautiful men.
I love it. Yes.
So I should automatically get 5 extra points awarded to my team. I think I might have the sexiest team when you got a Nora and then like Timothée Chalamet. I mean, I have a sex appeal for
beautiful men.
Yeah, beautiful men, which is clearly about the most beautiful men that are animated in a short.
Neurotic men in Europe.
Yeah,
Holiday.
You've got a choice, Nick. You have a choice.
And then a real pain seems like one of those that, even though it wasn't nominated in a lot, I feel like Kieran Culkin's going to win, even though I wouldn't pick him. I would like the guy from Anora instead, because I thought his character is the best arc in a supporting character, where starts off as like a nobody in a movie, and then like you're like at the end you're like, holy crap, he's like one of the best parts of this movie. But I feel like they might win the two like the screenplay, and then he'll win. So I feel like that's like a sneaky good. And then complete unknown. I don't know. It just was like it's nominated for a lot of stuff at least, but I don't think it's going to really win many. But Timothée Chalamet could be a sleeper one if the Brutalist stuff gets too about like AI. So I'm like, perfect timing for me then to sneak in there with little Timothy Chalamet.
I think you're a real pain. I think that pick is solid. I think Kieran Culkin is the Divine Joy Randolph of this year.
He's just gonna he's
Where
won
it's
everything.
just like he hasn't missed yet, and he's not gonna miss again. So
it would be shocking if he didn't win at this point, because he has won like everything.
This is the most chaotic year of the Oscars I have ever seen, and he is like the only surefire constant across all precursors.
It's like you said, it's her or the Heath Ledger one, where you just knew he was going to win everything, and you're like, okay, whoever you are nominated against him, don't bother. Right?
It doesn't matter.
You're not. So yeah, I feel like he's, even though again he wouldn't be my pick, but he is the pick right now. So it's like, okay, that's just an easy one win right there. So
I do like your list as the sexiest list of nominees. So well done.
I mean,
there.
Mine is the only one featuring a girl who sells her body at one point, technically. So just, and I guess Bob Dylan sells his soul to become famous. Who knows? But...
Oh, Matt, what's your team and how are you feeling about it?
I feel pretty good, honestly, but the shorts might come back to bite me. So I have The Substance, Dune Part 2, No Other Land, Wander to Wonder, and The Only Girl in the Orchestra. Now, those two shorts that I picked, I have like the highest odds on certain like sites, betting sites, projection sites, stuff like that. So I feel good, but they get kind of squirrely when it comes to like shorts. You have no idea, like 500 people have seen them. So, but overall, I'm feeling pretty good. I feel like The Substance, I feel like I can get guaranteed 2 wins out of that, maybe 3. And then Dune Part 2, yeah, it's forgotten, but I feel like it's got to win something at the Oscars.
You would think, right? You would think. I think it's a solid list.
Yeah, I think your selection of No Other Land, I think that's the right choice. And if it doesn't win, that's not a fault of yours. Like,
yeah, exactly. It's just the voters at that point.
Like, I've seen all of the documentaries, and there is no better documentary than No Other Land. Like, yeah.
And I think we'll all acknowledge that Margaret Qualley wins Best Actress for supporting if Demi Moore says her name on stage. So, there's your double points.
It's true.
Yeah. Say her name.
It's a twofer.
Say her name. I love it. Taylor, who's your team and how are you feeling about it?
Well, I have a collection of perhaps the happiest movies that one could possibly select, with Amelia Perez, a film about a serial killer in the desert. I'm Still Here, a film about disappearing people in Argentina. Nosferatu, a film about just a wonderful relationship and how important intimacy can be across a body of water. Nickel Boys, which is incredibly depressing, we'll say, and I Am Ready Warden, which is also are going to vote my way, and I look forward to crushing each and every one of you and drinking Thomas's whiskey collection.
Yep, the feel-good selection of the year. Like, it's no question, just...
And that 1 for 13 with Amelia Perez.
That proves the feel-good story that I have.
I will.
12 steps backward, 1 step forward.
Step forward. You're like, just like my life. It's always 12 steps back and 1 step forward. Here we
go. Derrick, who's your team and how are you feeling about it?
All right, so my team is Wicked, Conclave, Sugarcane, I Am Not a Robot, and Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I actually feel pretty good about most of these because I do think a lot of these are going to pick up something. I would be shocked if Wicked blanks. I'd be shocked if Concave blanks. I wouldn't be surprised if Sugarcane blanks, but if No Other Land, for whatever reason, people are just scared of it, I think Sugarcane is the next best thing. And yeah, I actually feel surprisingly good about Kingdom, even though it's a pretty mid movie for me. I think it has a chance to just snag that win and take those. So I think I've got 4 out of 5 here, guys. I think the
Wicked
odds
should
are right.
win you a couple.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
I would
for
be
sure.
shocked because
For sure.
there's no way they're going to go with all those nominations and be like, yeah, we're going to blank Wicked. It's the same thing with Amelia Perez. I couldn't see them being like, we're going to nominate it 13 times and not give it a single win in any
I
of
don't
them.
know,
But
man. That
could happen.
That is
no,
going
Wicked.
the way of the power of the dog. I think,
Wicked
if you
should
want my honest
win
opinion.
something. Like,
well, I'm going to hold on to these until Oscar night, and then afterwards we'll see.
and then wait till the winners, and then change our teams.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Strategy.
Thomas wins for no reason.
Shenanigans.
For no
Everybody
reason.
screenshot the list.
Oh, I got the hard copy of it right here. We'll make
Oh, look at that!
There it is.
Darn it, foiled my plan. All right,
Is that
guys.
the
I
list
just
that
wrote
has
beautiful
Nickel Boys
men
on
for
yours?
everyone's. Yeah.
All right, guys, let's wrap it up. As an exit question, I feel like every Oscar, every year, something like scandalous or controversial happens at the Oscars. So as an exit question, what thing do you think will happen at the Oscars this year that we'll be talking about next year? Derrick, let's start with you.
Amelia Perez winning Best Picture.
Yeah, that would be a weird thing.
we will. That is like for decades we will be talking about how egregious, how like it will replace Green Book. It will replace like every.
I will give up winning this draft just for that to not happen.
we are hitting the time where we're due for that Oscar win of a movie that everyone goes, how the hell did that win?
I know, but this is Shakespeare in Love. This is the of all the egregious wins. When like, look, Thomas and I, we do snubs, so we look back at these all the time. And if Amelia Perez takes Best Picture, it's going to be our next. It will be our next snubbed episode.
Absolutely, it absolutely will be.
My eyes see Amelia Perez.
No. Taylor, what thing is going to happen at the Oscars this year that we'll be talking about next year?
What's going to happen this year that we'll be talking about next? We'll be talking about how great it is that such a fantastic, well-made film on such a small budget was able to win so many awards. And we'll be talking about how impressive that $20 million budget is that Brady Corbett now has for whatever his next feature is. And that is what we will be talking about, or so I would like to dream. Also, we could be talking about how The Girl with the Needle came out of nowhere to win every single award, and Magnus von Horn now has an unlimited budget. I would accept either.
Still taking a sip every time he mentions The Girl with the Needle.
Yep.
Next
Oh,
class.
sorry.
Keep going.
Nick, what thing's gonna happen at the Oscars this year that we'll be talking about next year?
Say The Girl with the Needle.
Yeah, The Girl with the Needle wins every.
Promise you're not drinking.
Yeah.
Down to just do this until Thomas gets so drunk he forgets we're still recording.
Doesn't save the recording.
I feel like one of these episodes that might happen. One of these episodes.
Then we get to call shenanigans on the draft, and we have to do it again.
Oh,
So.
not this time.
Well, when we almost went in order of,
yeah, right.
I mean, that was pretty damn close.
That was pretty close.
You basically did the like, oh man, there's no diversity in the winners. Crap, pick the one, and
Pick
you're like,
the
wait,
one.
what? Like, pick the one, just
I had
change
to-
it.
I had,
You
keeping you on
had
your
to-
toes by
no,
doing,
yeah.
keeping you on your toes by doing what's predictable. Look, I don't
Yes,
control the
yes.
odds. What can I say?
I'm calling woke. I'm calling DEI.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Look, I have too many minority cards for any of that apply to me. Okay, so like,
I think we established at Sundance that we've removed most of them.
oh
Yeah,
no,
we had that discussion
that
already.
Is
I think
not
most
on
of them-
record.
It is because I gave
It
most
is
of them
now.
to Matt. Matt has most of your minority cards.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
I can
true.
vouch for
Y'all are
that.
just holding those. Oh goodness, I want him back.
Yeah, I'll go with this. I think someone's gonna say something incredibly political and in a way that maybe they're not saying what they're trying to say correct, and then that's what everyone will talk about. Just a
Mhm.
random, because there's just too much crap going on where I'm like, it's gonna be someone in one of their speeches is gonna drop something where you go, oh, maybe you shouldn't have said it that way, or you're just like, oh damn, he came after that guy.
Carlos
And then
Sofia
someone-
Gascon storms the stage.
Yes.
Storm's
someone's
the
gonna yell
stage to accept her
mustard.
Oh my
award.
god! Oh my god! Please, I would love it if she pulls a Kanye and she's just like, Cynthia, I'm gonna let you finish. But Zoe Saldana had one of the best actors of all time. Oscar.
I was gonna say
Joe,
that, or
let's
someone
go.
gets slapped, but it could be.
Oh, that was gonna be my thing.
Yeah. Matt, who's gonna do the slapping?
So knowing the history of the Tonight Show, Jay Leno is gonna start the show, and then Conan's just gonna go up there and slap him, and then take the microphone.
That would be fantastic.
That would be amazing.
That would be amazing.
If he wasn't so injured from whatever his latest fall was,
Oh yeah,
that would be
He
possible.
doesn't keep just getting the shit beat out of him by
he's in
random
crutches, and he
things,
just gets.
maybe.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! You know, I think the
So
weird thing.
you heard about this guy, then boom. Like,
Well, I think the weird thing that's going to happen
No,
is
yeah,
that the
that's
show is
amazing.
actually going to end on time, and we're going to hold that as the standard for the rest of ever while the Oscars are going. So that's my guess. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for this. Let's do some plugs really quick. Taylor, where can people find you?
drinkingthemovies.com.
Sweet. Nick, where can people find you?
Nick Flicks podcast on Apple and Spotify.
Nice. Derrick, where can people find you?
Yeah, you can find me at nerdbot.com, and I'm helping co-produce all the stuff for This Is For Real, so please check out that site as well.
Sweet. Matt, anything you want to plug?
You can find me on future episodes of this podcast because I don't really have social media. So
Oh, that's right. You got rid of
Right.
I stopped sending you reels. I was sending you reels and then realized, oh, he's not watching.
going into the wood, my friend.
That's fair. That's fair.
Matt is better than all of us, guys.
Yeah.
He really is.
I'm on
it's
Threads. How
impressive.
about that?
Okay, I'll start spamming your threads.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course you can find this episode and all future episodes and all content from For Real at thisisforreal.com. I wrote an outro. Let me see if I.
And Thomas, for the outro, what is the best movie of 2024 again? Just so that everybody can hear it.
I said it once already, and I'm holding to it. Dune Part 2 is the best movie of
The
2024.
Girl with the Needle,
Nope,
Thomas.
needle.
Come on. You
That
don't
was
even
the
need to
wrong
see
answer,
it.
Thomas.
Mhm.
There you go.
Drink twice. You forgot the name.
My goodness, guys.
Don't tell Cody that I'm the reason you got this drunk.
Yeah, no, I'm absolutely blaming you. I blame you every time. You should know that. This has been the inaugural episode of All My Friends Are Movie Fans, a For Real original series. If you're a movie fan, we should be friends. Connect with us at the links in the description, and tune in again next time.